consecutive victory in the race. He's drawn 2 for Hugh Bowman. The favourite is Athero for the Longines Hong Kong Sprint. They're off and racing, and Athero stepped away beautifully, as did Mr. Stunning, Hot King, Prawn and Rattan, but Purton is charging for the lead on Athero, and he's going to gather up the front spot within 200 metres. He leads 2 lengths to Mr. Stunning, Hot King, Prawn. Regency Legend was wider out. Beat the Clock began well. Rattan between horses. Then I Victory, Full of Beauty, Dannon Smash, the Japanese 4th last. Then Wishful Thinker, DB Pin and Seasons Bloom last of all. Athero cantering on the lead as they run towards the 550. 3/4 Mr. Stunning, who's moving closer as they swing. Hot King, Prawn, Regency Legend. Then Rattan, Beat the Clock, is locked up down on the rail. Full of Beauty, and then I Victory. They turn for home now in the sprint, and Athero starts to click it up. Moves a length and a half clear. Mr. Stunning trying so hard. Then Hot King, Prawn, Beat the Clock's into the clear. I Victory, Rattan, and then Full of Beauty, but Athero kept going. Only a half, 3/4, they're closing. Hot King, Prawn coming after him. Beat the Clock, Mr. Stunning, Beat the Clock, going to Athero. Moreira takes the sprint and the Vase. Beat the Clock overhauled either Hot King, Prawn and Athero down on the rail. Close up, Full of Beauty with Wishful Thinker and Mr. Stunning and DB Pin wider out. Seasons Bloom and then Dannon Smash from Rattan, I Victory and Regency Legend. Beat the Clock has overpowered Athero with Hot King, Prawn in the dying stages of the sprint to clock up a 3rd Group 1. Beat the Clock by Hinchinbrook for John Size, his 3rd win on International Day. Hot King, Prawn grabs 2nd in the shadows of the post to make it a Quinella for John Size. Athero is run down in the last 20. He takes 3rd. And Mr. Stunning, he is Herculean. He was there. He's battled well. He's run a magnificent and bold race in 4th. Full of Beauty, Wishful Thinker ran great races, as did DB Pin, then Dannon Smash. 5 races down. Joe Moreira has won 4 of them. He's won the first 2 internationals this afternoon. The Vase on Glory Vase, and now the sprint on Beat the Clock. And what a day he is having, Joe Moreira. We're going to head down shortly to Andrew Lejeune and try and catch up with Andrew, who's down there. Andrew, you're right alongside of Joe. It's turning out to be a decent day.
It certainly is, yeah. The crowd's going absolutely crazy. Joe, you're emotional after the first. How do you feel after the 2nd Group 1 this afternoon? Beat the Clock.
Twice as happy, and there is no way how you could be any happier. What a pleasure to be on top of 2 very nice horses, in particular this guy who I had so much to do with. Such a good horse, as I always say. He's so consistent. He tries his best always, and being a rider, but being his rider is just unforgettable.
It was a great way to watch, Joe. Enjoy this, and what, Cuckoo still to come?
Joe Moreira with Beat the Clock waving to the crowd here after the Hong Kong International Sprint. 1:4:14 and 3, a neck by a short head, 1:8.12. As we see John Size there on screen. There's the photo for a 2nd. Hot King, Prawn from Athero, Mr. Stunning, and Full of Beauty was arriving late on the ascent.